So there is a movement in the golf swing that I really call the most important thing in the golf swing after having a square club face. And vast majority of out there are actively trying to not do it, which is mind-blowing. So we're going to get into it in this video, exactly what we need to do, and it will change your game if you really get very, very good at it. And you can, everyone can get good at doing this. So I'm Jonathan Chown with JChownGolf. Let's dive right into it. So, what is it? Hip turn in the backswing, hip turn. Probably you're thinking I was going to say rotation, you know, in my channel, but no, this is rotation, I guess, but it's in the backswing. So what I see so many golfers do, which is extremely frustrating, is I'll see a load of golfers really shut off their hip turn in the backswing. They're trying to physically not turn their hips in the backswing. And that's why I see so many problems with golfers slicing the ball, because if you don't turn your hips, your hands aren't going to be going around you, following the arc. They're just going to go dead straight up, lack of depth. Going to cause you to then swing a little bit over the top, slice the golf ball. It's going to make it hard to clear your hips in the downswing, because if we haven't rotated them up to the top of the swing, the movement they're going to want to do now to start the downswing is a big sway and slide off. Upper body will fall back. You're going to have back surgery in a few years doing that one. So, two main things that's really going to cause. It's not going to be a fun time, and you're just not going to hit the ball very far. You're not going to get that much distance out of your shot because you're restricting your turn. Now, we want to unrestrict that turn. We want to get these hips moving back. We want to get like someone's grabbing my trouser pocket here on my right hand side and pulling it backwards. So we're going to look a lot more like how they used to look back in the day, like your Nicklaus, like your Palmer, Gary Player, Sam Snead, all those players from around then. Obviously Sam Snead's a little bit older, but you see them all back then. Oh, this great hip turn they had. How good did they hit the ball? For one, the golf balls they used, and two, the golf clubs they used. They're essentially playing golf on hard mode, and they're doing it extremely well. Jack Nicklaus still used to carry the ball, you know, close to over 300 yards, hit the ball miles. Got to turn your hips. It's a more natural way of doing it, because if you're turning your hips more, it's going to do a bunch of things. First thing it's going to do, one, of course, it's going to give you a little bit more backswing length for you golfers who struggle with that. So it's going to help you travel that handle, the club further, travel those hands further in the golf swing. Doesn't mean an overswing. You're not going to start overswinging doing this, but you're going to have a bigger, fuller turn. That's going to result in more distance. Further that club handle travels, you're going to pick up more speed through momentum. Hit the ball further. We all want a little bit of that, don't we? We all want that more distance. Secondly, what it's going to do, that turn, more turn in the backswing, is going to encourage the hands to travel more around your body. So we're not talking about a flat swing like this. We're talking about the hands following the turn of the pivot, which is going to give you deeper hand path. That's going to help you combat your over the top slice. So a lot of you can fix your slice through more hip turn. So get those hips turning. And probably one of the most important ones for all you guys out there who are working on transition. You're trying to get a good movement in transition. Maybe that's shallowing the shaft. Maybe that's moving your pressure. Maybe that's getting your hips to be a little bit more active in mid-torso. If you have more hip turn, more movement you've had of that back hip going back more and around there, you've got now more time to be able to unwind them and do what you need to do in a downswing. So, more time, be easier for you to get the movement you want. Let's do this and let's talk about a good drill to be able to do it. So, good drill to do. What we need, alignment stick. What we do with the alignment stick, we put it through our belt loops, but not all the way. We don't do this, we do this. So where we just have really it coming out on the left-hand side, tiny little stubby bit here on the right here. So what we see by this, we now get a visual representation of the turn of our hips. So a lot of you doing this, who think you've got great hip turn, you're going to be there and you're going to turn it like literally an inch. We want it to move more than that. We ideally want to see if we can get this halfway to the golf ball. You can see it's going to be more hip turn. It's extending my right side a little bit as well. So something we didn't talk about before. We need that to maintain our tilt. Good turn. Hands are travel deeper, they travel further, getting all those good things. You're going to notice so when I do this, what happens? Happens to my body. Well, visual things are happening. Now, a lot of you are going, oh my God, that's so wrong. That doesn't look right. But that depends on your mobility. So what you're going to see here, for me to get this to point halfway to the golf ball, you can see left knee is pointing behind the golf ball. And God forbid, My left heel was off the ground. Could have sworn the local pro told me not to do that a couple months ago. Got to keep that heel down, he said, didn't you? Didn't give you a reason why though, did he? Didn't give you a reason why he didn't want that. Just said, no, you can't do that. Left knee can't point behind the ball. It looks bad. It's wrong. We want that to happen if that will help us get more hip turn. So if you can only get, like myself, turn to about here, you need to then feel like that left heel's lifting off a little bit and that left knee is going more behind the golf ball. It's not doing anything negative to my golf swing. It's again one of the things, visual, aesthetical error of golf. Took that bit and had its field day with it because it didn't look right, did it? It looks, I hear all the time golfers saying, I know it might help me, but it looks ugly. Who cares? Gets you playing better golf. Who cares about what people look? I'd feel better about absolutely destroying my friends on the golf course doing that than looking good and playing terrible golf, playing army golf, left, right. So if you feel like knee goes in, left heel raises up for that stick to get there, so be it. Doesn't matter. So that's our feel. Getting this going halfway to the golf ball. Boom. It'll help you big time. So very simple drill to do here. Stick pointing towards the golf ball, or pointing halfway towards the golf ball. God, you'd have a lot of hip turn if you have that pointing towards the golf ball, I tell you. So same thing again, pointing it halfway. If the left heel lifts up, let it be. Left knee moves in, let it be. You have more time to have a good transition afterwards, more power, better right leg extension. God, so many things I can keep going. There we go. Brilliant drill. Come on guys, got to do this. Especially for those who do not have good mobility, which is the vast majority of the population. We sit in desks all the time. It's not, it's not good for our mobility. Why try and move the body like a professional athlete if you don't have the capability to move like a professional athlete? We even see professional athletes, your tour players doing this. Why not copy them? Why not copy them? It's going to help your game massively. Get that bigger hip turn. So once you've done this, I love the feel of, you see these plant pots here, middle one being my target. I'd think of the left-hand one. I might even think of none of them and think of the step to the deck in there. And what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking of that is, yes, that middle one might be my target, but I'm wanting to get the back belt loops on my trousers pointing either at the left plant pot or the stairs. That hip turn then. Let's give it a go again. Oh, power. Felt that there. You feel way more spring. It's just going to help you massively, multiple areas, ball straighter, less curve on it. You're going to fix your slice. You've got better compression of the golf ball because you're going to be using your tilts better by extending that right side. More time to complete your transition to get in the positions you want. Why not do it? So, good drill to do, good feeling to do. Let's get this into your game, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, of course, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this one here, click the subscribe button, click that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So let's get those hips turning, stop resisting the lower body, and let's start playing some better golf because of it.